Welcome back, guys. Today I want to talk to you about the Pmdg 777-300. This was just recently released. I know it's been highly anticipated, and it's a high fidelity aircraft, so there's a lot to learn and do. So let's take a look at the aircraft and give it our thoughts. So here we are at Luton Airport, and we're going to just take a quick walk around the aircraft just to take a look and see how the textures and everything look from the outside. So you can see that they put a lot of detail into the landing gears, the struts, the engines, all the textures on the aircraft are looking really nice. I'm just going to go around quickly. Even underneath the flaps on the aircraft, you can see the details from the inside, which is really good. So Pmdg is known for making really high quality, great aircraft. So I would expect nothing more than to see that on the 777. I believe this is one of their more popular aircrafts. So the outside, the texturing and everything look really, really good. So let's take a look at the inside. Okay guys, so here we are in the beautiful cockpit of the 777. As you can see, as I rotate around, the frame rates are pretty good both on the inside and the outside. I have noticed that there's a lot of little stuff in here that you can click. I'm sure there's a lot that I don't know of because I haven't really had a chance to click on everything, but just as an example, I wanted to show you here on the left. You have a little drawer that you can open up. This has your visor in here, and if you look towards the window, you see there's a little pad here that you can move back and forth, and this actually has the instructions on how to open up the window if you look closely. So it'll tell you to push the button, pull the handle to the aft, and then turn the window crank. So if you click the top of this, it'll pull the handle back, and then the crank is actually just below here. If you click this crank, there you go, you'll see it open up the window. And the same thing to close, you're just going to click the crank, and once it's back into its locking position, you can lock it again. So there's a lot of little stuff like this that's around the aircraft. I know the armrests you can pull down on both of the seats. So one thing I do like about this aircraft is the panel at top here. You'll see you can control the different displays and what's displayed on them. So you have engine, stats, electrical, the fuel, the air, doors, gear, flight controls. So right now it's set up to give us the display here in the center. So like for example, here's air. Over here I think we have the wheels, and here we have the doors. And one nice thing is at the bottom left, you'll see here you have your checklist. So you can do the checklist right from the screen. Okay, so let's take a look. We can open up the doors. Now this is the 300 variant, so it's pretty long. It's going to have a lot of different classes. So we'll just kind of slowly make our way. Alright, so this looks like a business class. Nice comfortable seats, very private. Just keep going towards the back. And I'll just turn around here just so you guys can see what it looks like. So if you're seated in the seat, there you go, you got your own little TV with remote controls. Everything looks good. We'll keep going to the back. And as you notice too, like the interior cabins, you'll see KLM there on the wall. The screens are representative of the aircraft that you're flying, at least for these liveries I downloaded from the operations center. And here's another door, a little galley area. And we got another business class here, or maybe this is first class, I'm not sure. Here we have 4 in the center and 2 and 2. These seats look nice and comfortable. I think this is like the extra leg room. Maybe this is first class. I think this here is probably the economy. This one probably has a little bit less leg room. So again, the same thing. Let me just go back to the first class here. Same thing, you got all the monitors on representing the aircraft it's flying. And the same thing here with the economy. As you can see, this aircraft goes on forever. Got some lavatories here in the middle. And here's just a continuation of the economy all the way to the back of the plane. Okay, so just before we take off, I just wanted to make a note here. These screens do show the terrain, and the terrain option is this button here for this screen, or if you wanted to show it on the left screen, you're going to click it here. And it does also have the weather working, which I have that one on the left screen, and terrain on the right. And before we take off, we can just take a quick look at this iPad. So the flight bag that you see here, if you want to hide the flight bag, you can actually hide it by clicking down here. Now just kind of tuck it away. Now if you're going to bring it back, you're going to click up here again, and it just puts it back. And in terms of the options, because I believe this is just an upgraded version of what we have on the 737, and I believe they'll be rolling this version into that aircraft as well later on. But you have your flight bag, which gives you your flight details. It'll give you your weather at your departure and arrival. So if I type in here the airport we're going to, there's the information there. I believe this, if you set it up for sim brief, it'll just populate everything for you anyways, but for anybody who's not using it, at least you get the basic information. Down below over here you have the Navigraph charts. If you have a subscription, you'll be able to see all the charts and approaches. Here you have your general preferences, which you can toggle on and off. And then this I is just information on the version of the tablet. If we go to the performance tool, this is the same tool we had over on the 737. So you can put your information here for your takeoff, and it'll give you a nice display at the bottom. You have your landing dispatch, and you have your landing en route. And the third option here is the ground services. So I believe this is a new addition to this particular aircraft. So you have here your ground connections, which you can set on and off by clicking here. Then you have your ground service vehicles, also requesting all, release all. Then you have your door management, you have automated ground ops, and you have your ground maintenance. So a lot of new options here. This does look really nice, and I hope that they incorporate this onto the other aircrafts as well. So for now we'll just leave the flight bag on. Just leave it on this page, and just so you know, the other flight bag on this side, it is independent, so if you wanted to be looking at something else on this one, for example, you can do that as well. Have two different tablets representing something different. Okay, so sit back now guys, let's go for our little flight, and let's see how she handles.
V1. A few moments later.
400. 300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Alright guys, and that's what you call a butter landing. So as you can see, all the systems are working perfectly well. The aircraft flew like a dream, and we landed without any problems. So as the aircraft is taxiing over to the gate, the only thing I can really say is everything looks wonderful on the aircraft. One thing that I would like to see, maybe later on, would be some cabin announcements added. But other than that, everything seems to be good. I think with the next couple of updates that we get for this aircraft, it'll fine-tune it a little bit more and probably add some new features. You never know. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys think of it, or if you own it, how it's been going for you. Or if you have any further questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to respond. And this brings us to the end of the video, guys. I hope this was informative and you got the information you needed. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.